Alright folks, welcome back. It's me, MrNuclearMonster, back again for day 842 of learning German. Yes, that's right, I'm learning German. In case you didn't know it, I've been doing it for 842 days now, and the past couple hundred times it's been. Usually you won't tell me, but what, 427 hours. 427 and a half hours of streaming so far this year. And not the, I wouldn't say the majority of that. The majority of that's probably Elden Ring, but some part of that is learning German. And that's what I'm going to be doing for the next 45 minutes or so. Maybe I'll play a game after that. Maybe I'll go to sleep, depending on how I am feeling at that time, because it's almost midnight here. But yeah, let's get started with learning German. But first of all, I definitely always want to thank Mr. Peter Silk for the music we're listening to right now. Thank you to Peter Silk for this music. It's really awesome. Peter Silk puts together for me. You can find out more about Peter Silk at kestrelpie.co.uk. And thank you as well to Booster, who uploaded this rain sound to freesound.org under our Creative Commons license. So thank you, Kyster. Thank you to Peter Silk. And hello to everyone that's tuned in. The answer to the what is this breakout game? This is actually an X screensaver. I guess it might be currently a screensaver. It sounds like I'm saying it used to be a screensaver, but the app is called X Screensaver. 30 years old this app is. This collection of programs for your home computer system that recently turned 30 from Jamie Zawinski, bar owner that I've met once briefly at his bar. He created this collection of programs 30 years ago this year, and that is one of them. It is called, well, tell me what it's called. It is called Blinkbox. Yeah, there's so many good ones. It's the thing that's so incredible about this, or one of the things I love about this program, X Screensaver, is that it has so many little programs inside of it, or so many different ones that he's created, that he and other people have created over 30 years. So like even to this day, like there's a COVID-19 one. If you really want to be depressed, you can have a COVID-19 thing bouncing around your screen, a virus or whatever it is. There's a bunch of them. Anyway, it's available for Android, Mac OS, Linux, and definitely not Windows. But that is really cool. It even has your classical flying toasters. I imagine if you're under maybe like 25, you probably have no idea what a screensaver is. It's something you used to use to keep your computer screen healthy. Here's your flying toasters. Yeah, there's a ton in here like I had never seen, and I was kind of excited for the anniversary the other day when I saw the post on Jamie's blog. That X Screensaver was 30 years old, and I noticed that it had a Android version, so I was able to install it into the Android emulator I used for these streams. And I'm in the demotion zone. Oh, nice. Yeah, degaussing your old CRT. That was definitely something you had to do back in the day. I've got a tube television right back here actually. But it's not that kind. It's not a modder. It's it still might need to be degaussed from time to time. Mine was modified by a young person who made it suitable for playing video games. It has a SCART hookup now. It's pretty cool. You can even like get a whole wand to degauss, and then there's like I found there's like strips you put in the back of the monitor to help it like line up. Oh my gosh, Ryan has done so much. Why should there be a nudge button here? He's done like 80% of the work here. All right. Well, I guess it's not as busy a week this week for some people. Anyway, let me hop over to learning German screen before I forget. That rain sounds so nice. Had a heck of a day. Car broke down. I got some great ramen. So who can say? Actually, it wasn't ramen. I got wonton soup and Japanese curry, which I had never had before. I'm still not sure if I should eat it or not because it might have milk in it, but I had it in a pill.
Die Bäckerin backt besser als ich. Ich liebe ihr Brot.
The baker I had to walk to get the stuff because the car broke down, which was a little obnoxious. Fortunately, I was able to walk there. Die Bäckerin backt besser als ich. Ich liebe ihr Brot. The baker bakes better than me. I love her bread. Die Bäckerin backt besser als ich. Ich liebe ihr Brot. There's definitely a joke to be made there about wanton driving or something, but I definitely couldn't make it.
Diese Bäckerin heißt Nadia. Ich esse nur ihr Brot.
Diese Bäckerin heißt Nadia. Ich esse nur was?
Diese Bäckerin heißt Nadia. Ich esse nur ihr Brot.
Yeah, ich esse nur ihr Brot. This baker is called Nadia, or her name is Nadia. I only eat her bread. Diese Bäckerin heißt Nadia. Ich esse nur ihr Brot. In which bakery are the baked goods the best? In welchem Bäckerei? Not sure about the welcome. Sind die what is it? Backfahren. That's what it is. Backfahren. Am besten. Oh, is this right or is it Isti? Well, we'll find out. It wasn't Isti. It was Welke Bäckerei. I missed an umlaut on the A. Bäckerei. But otherwise, besides the Welker, so I should have done in Welke Bäckerei in die Backfahren am besten. In which bakery are the baked goods are best? The best.
Der Bäcker kommt aus Deutschland. Ich liebe sein Brot.
Baker comes from Germany. I love his bread. Die Bäcker kommt aus Deutschland. Ich liebe sein Brot.
Wessen Brötchen sind am größten?
Whose rolls are the Whose rolls are the biggest? Wessen Brötchen sind am größten? Whose rolls are the biggest? I like big rolls and I cannot lie. But it gave me an idea. It gave me an idea. I need the new version of OBS to come out. I'm doing dangerous things by plugging devices into my computer while I'm streaming. The streaming computer, plugging things into a streaming computer while you're live is a big no-no. The main feature I'm waiting. Well, there's several main features. One is, I know it's your favorite cup, PG, and I was being sarcastic. The main feature I'm looking forward to is native support for the architecture of my Macintosh computer that's handling the streaming capabilities. Apple actually contributed upstream amusingly through a GitHub account that's name is just Apple. Not one person. The company itself has a GitHub account that it contributes to open source projects with. And so actually I meant to write about this I may still, especially as we get closer to the release of that version, but they actually contributed a bunch of really useful stuff so that, I think the OBS project was already working on support because this platform has been out for like 1.5 years now. So they contributed new support for that, and they also improved support for a bunch of other features like I think audio integration and screen capture support on the Mac, which is really cool. Not a huge fan of the method. I think that the individual contributors should get some credit, but it's really neat that they did that, and it kind of made me happy that I have this computer and it's going to be way better supported very shortly. I mean, already I can download a pre-release version, but I really want that. And I'm hoping, I don't know for sure, but it might improve audio support on the Mac, because I think right now I have to use a weird, like a third-party program. Excuse me. I think I have to use a third-party program to capture audio on the Mac. That might not be the case. I need to check. that might not be the case with the upcoming version. Anyway, the baker's from Germany. I love his bread. So this is a male. Der Bäcker kommt aus Deutschland. Excuse me. Der Bäcker kommt aus Deutschland. Ich liebe sein Brot. Oh, and I missed an umlaut on the A in Bäcker. Der Bäcker kommt aus Deutschland. Ich liebe sein Brot. The baker's from Germany. I love his bread.
Die Backwaren sind zu Hause am besten.
The question,
Meine Mama ist
does
Bäckerin.
Apple ever allow individuals' identity to be seen? That's a very good question. And I've been very, in my writing about Apple, I've been very critical about this. They, in the past few years, along their whole existence, or almost their whole existence, they've definitely had an interesting, I'm not very happy with the way that they've treated the people working there.
Die Backwaren sind zu Hause am besten. Meine Mama ist Bäckerin.
But they started acquiring people who work in editorial positions a few years ago, or acquiring, but hiring people who work in editorial positions, and then they would never get a byline in their in the work that they would do. So like in the app stores, in the various Mac and iPhone and iPad and all the different app stores, there's all this like pseudo journalism that goes on where they do interviews and stuff like this. It's useful, and sometimes that writing's actually decent. And this is because they've hired a bunch of people who used to write about their stuff. And it's like Serenity Caldwell and a bunch of other great writers and people now work there, but their bylines get on nothing. But that doesn't mean that they don't. That doesn't mean that they never have their identity like visible, like especially obviously at their their infomercials, as I call them now, especially since they're pre-recorded. And they'll have another one of those on September 7th, by the way. And I know that I'm not talking to Cheese, I'm talking to folks in general. If you're curious about the next iPhone release, I write about those things on nuclearmonster.com. Every time there's a new Apple event or infomercial, I write about it. Go check out that writing. I'm actually honest about it. Anyway, I use Apple products all the time. Super critical of the company, though. It's okay to be critical of things. Yes, I don't think you're interested at all, Jim. Die Backwaren sind zu Hause am besten. Meine Mama ist Bäckerin. The baked goods at home are the best. My mom is a baker.
In dieser Bäckerei sind die Kekse nicht am frischsten.
Okay, dieser oder dieser? Dieser. In this bakery, the cookies are not the freshest. In dieser Bäckerei sind die Kekse nicht am frischen. I'll still eat them. Yeah,
Die Backwaren schmecken alt.
it's good.
Stimmst du mir
It's
zu?
good for us all if Apple actually does better, because in a lot of things they're doing, like while they might not have the majority of electronics hardware that's out there, even with their popularity, if it's true that Android has more like phones and other devices on the planet, it doesn't really matter. The thing is, like, everyone else imitates them, and they are a huge contributor to greenhouse gases and things like that. So it's so important that their environmental and labor and all the other things that they do the best job possible for everyone involved, and especially so that other people will, hopefully imitate that and do better too. Die Backwaren schmecken alt. Stimmst du mir so? Okay. The baked goods taste old. Do you agree with me? Die Backwaren schmecken alt. Stimmst du mir zu? Yeah, and it's important that they're held accountable. I think a lot of people do criticize them fairly, but how do I want to say this? I think that there are a lot of people who criticize them Apple fairly. There's definitely unfair criticism that the company gets, but I don't really care about that. I think there's too many people that just defend them. I think there are people there who definitely care about the criticism they get. I've seen a lot of change actually happen based on the criticism, especially around like the criticism of the labor stuff, where they started putting out reports on their workers who are actually doing the work of assembling the phones and stuff like this, who are all third-party contractors, of course. The neighbor's apple strudel is freshest. Mine Nachbarn hatte Nachbarn. No. Der Apfelstrudel von meinen Nachbarn ist am frischsten? I don't know. It was close. Der Apfelstrudel von meiner Nachbarin ist am frischsten. Yeah, I definitely agree that like there was definitely this huge side effect from the attitude of the
In dieser Bäckerei sind die Kuchen
of
am
that stuff.
größten.
I also don't think though that at this point, like, I mean, there are a few people left from that era, but there's not that many people left from that era at Apple. Yeah, like hardly any. Yeah, there's definitely, yeah, the user base has carried it forward, and it's hard, right? I think, I don't know, I don't know how you, I don't know how you change that. In dieser Bäckerei sind die Kuchen am größten. In this bakery, the cakes are the biggest. I wish I had the answer to that, because that's actually a huge problem I have, or not. I mean, not compared to Apple, obviously, but like I've seen that problem in gaming culture for where a lot of gaming culture is hugely just toxic, for lack of a better term. And I wish it were easier to help change that. Diese Bäckerei sind die Kuchen am größten, and this bakery the cakes are the biggest.
Wo ist das Brot am frischsten?
Where's the bread the freshest? Wo ist das Brot am frischsten?
In welcher Metzgerei ist der Schinken am billigsten?
In which butcher's shop is the ham the cheapest? In welcher Metzgerei ist der Schinken am billigsten?
Meine Oma isst ihr Brötchen mit Mayo und Fisch.
Yeah, no, I agree. You definitely, it's about online community management for that part, but like it's so entrenched. I mean, maybe the younger Apple buyer was different from, or Apple user is different from the older ones. It's hard to say, but I'm less concerned about the culture of the users and more concerned about what the company does, like in terms of their labor and like the anti-union crap that they've done. And like I'm really thrilled when I see that the retail workers are unionizing, and Apple's being forced to pay for like bag checks that they made their workers go through without getting paid. I've been a retail worker. I've been subject to bag checks and not getting paid for them. It's absolutely stupid. My grandma, I didn't work for Apple though. My grandma eats her rolls with mayo and fish. Meine Oma isst ihre Brötchen mit Mayo und Fisch. And they say that it was singular, eats her roll with mayo and fish.
Die Brötchen in dieser Bäckerei sind am größten.
The rolls in this bakery are the biggest. Die Brötchen in dieser Bäckerei sind am größten. And another thing I'm actually hugely concerned about Apple is the amount of greenwashing they do, where they claim that things are, you know, like that all their energy comes from renewable sources, and all the materials in like X or Y product are recycled and all this stuff. And some of that stuff is, you know, the majority of that stuff that they claim is good. It's just that I have a lot of questions about the rest of the thing, like the footprint of like having like millions of phones shipped around the world via air transit and stuff like this. Not that it's cheap or carbon cheap for that to happen via sea freight or anything, but I definitely think it's more expensive via air freight. I'm very curious about that kind of stuff. In which bakery are there rolls? In welcher Bäckerei gibt es Brötchen? Oh, I was right. I just missed an umlaut on the A in Bäckerei. In welcher Bäckerei gibt es Brötchen? In which bakery are the rolls? I'm really happy when I can, like, conjugate new sentences, or new types of sentences I haven't done before. In which bakery are the rolls is a kind of sentence I haven't done before.
Mein Opa backt gern. Ich liebe sein Brot.
My grandpa bakes, well. I love his bread. What did I get wrong? Oh, right. My grandpa likes to bake. Backgern means likes to bake, not that he bakes well. My grandpa likes to bake. I love his bread. Mein Opa backt gern. Ich liebe sein Brot. I have no idea what effect it has on the ocean. In which bakery are the baked goods best? In welcome welcher Bäckerei. Get the umlaut on the A there. First time. In welcher Bäckerei sind die Backwaren am besten? In which bakery are the baked goods the best? My neighbor's Apfelstrudel is the freshest. Meine Nachbarin. Oh no. Der Apfelstrudel. That's right. Der Apfelstrudel. So it goes into the possessive noun situation. Der Apfelstrudel von meiner Nachbarin ist am frischsten. I get wrong. Meiner with an R. That's the only thing I got wrong. Der Apfelstrudel von meiner Nachbarin ist am frischsten. Well, that's alright. I'll get it right next time.
Mein Opa backt gern. Ich liebe sein Brot.
My grandpa likes to bake. I love his bread. Mein Opa backt gern. Ich liebe sein Brot. Yeah, I have no idea. I mean, I'm definitely not I'm definitely no expert on the carbon cost or the cost to the environment really of production at all these different places. That is actually one thing though I know Apple's improving on. Like they've got more production facilities around the world. I'm sure they understand too that there's huge risks to having centralized production in terms of well, the majority of the time they've been making, the majority of time, like iPhones have been made in China and they've had huge problems with that. And I don't, I don't think the problems I have with that are the same problems that like government leadership has, but United States government leadership would have. But I think that's a problem for Apple to have one place where all that stuff is done and they simply can't do it anywhere else. So they've now got production in India and other places too. And they've definitely had labor problems in those places too. My neighbor's Apfelstrudel is the freshest. Meine Nachbarin, and this is it again, I have to say it every time. Der Apfelstrudel von meiner Nachbarin ist am frischsten. What did I do wrong? I wrote meiner twice. Der Apfelstrudel von meiner Nachbarin ist am frischsten. Okay, I wrote meiner twice. I think that's the only mistake I made. Der Apfelstrudel von meiner Nachbarin ist am frischsten. My neighbor's Apfelstrudel is the freshest. I mean that like, wow. I have not finished one lesson. I know, yeah, there's all kinds of improvements that need to happen.
Der Fisch in diesem Restaurant ist am salzigsten.
I think if they get off a yearly schedule for the iPhone 2, that'd be awesome. The fish in this restaurant is the saltiest. Der Fisch in diesem Restaurant ist am salzigsten.
Wo sind die Kellner am schnellsten?
Wo sind die Kellner am schnellsten? Where are, actually that should be uppercase, I think. Where are the waiters the fastest? Wo sind die Kellner am schnellsten?
In welchem Stadion ist das Popcorn am frischsten?
Which stadium is the popcorn the freshest? In welchem Stadion ist das Popcorn am frischsten?
In meinem Restaurant sind die Kellner am nettesten.
In my restaurant, the waiters are the nicest. In meinem Restaurant sind die Kellner am nettesten.
In welchem Restaurant ist das Essen am besten?
In which restaurant is the food the best? In welchem Restaurant ist das Essen am besten?
In meinem Restaurant gibt es nur 2 Mäuse.
In my restaurant, there are only 2 mice. In meinem Restaurant gibt es nur 2 Mäuse. I missed the umlaut on the N, Mäuse.
Meine Kinder essen am schnellsten.
My children eat the fastest? That's what you're proud of? Meine Kinder essen am schnellsten.
Die Kuchen sind hier am salzigsten. Das ist ein Problem.
The cakes here are the saltiest. That is the problem. That is a problem. Cakes here are the saltiest. That is a problem. Die Kuchen sind hier am salzigsten. That is ein Problem. Das
Die
ist ein
Kunden
Problem.
in diesem Café sind am nettesten.
The customers in this cafe are the nicest. Die Kunden in diesem Café sind am nettesten. The cakes here are the saltiest. That is a problem. Die Kuchen hier am salzigsten. Or was it salzigsten? Yeah, that's right. Die Kuchen hier am salzigsten. Das ist ein Problem. Sind hier am salzigsten. Okay.
In welchem Restaurant isst du gern?
In restaurant do you like to eat? Welchem Restaurant isst du gern? In this restaurant, the food here is the cheapest. In diesem Restaurant, das Essen ist am billigsten. Ist das Essen am billigsten? Okay. In diesem Restaurant ist das Essen am billigsten. In this restaurant, the food is the cheapest.
In diesem Restaurant ist die Suppe am salzigsten.
In this restaurant, the soup is the saltiest. In diesem Restaurant ist die Suppe am salzigsten. In my restaurant, the waiters are the nicest. In meinem Restaurant ist die Kellner am nettesten. Sind die Kellner am nettesten? Okay. Die mice run the fastest. We almost never see them. Die Mäuse laufen am schnellsten. Wir the mice run the fastest. We almost never see them. Die Mäuse laufen am schnellsten. Wir sehen sie fast nie. Not believe I got that right. Whoa! The mice run the fastest. We almost never see them. Die Mäuse laufen am schnellsten. Wir sehen sie fast nie. I cannot believe I got that right.
10 Mäuse wohnen in deinem Restaurant.
10 Mäuse wohnen in deinem Restaurant. Okay. 10 mice live in your restaurant.
Wo sind die Kellner heute?
Where are the... Wait, is this waiter?
Kellner.
Oh, waiters. Where are the waiters today? Wo sind die Kellner heute? The cakes here are the saltiest. That is a problem. Die Kuchen sind hier am salzigsten. Salzigsten. Das ist ein Problem. Hopefully I got this right. I did, finally. Die cakes here are the saltiest. That is a problem. Die Kuchen sind hier am salzigsten. Das ist ein Problem. In this restaurant, the food is the cheapest. In diesem Restaurant ist das Essen am billigsten. Nice. One more left here. This last one. In my restaurant, the waiters are the nicest. Ich denke, das ist in meinem Restaurant die Kellner. Oh, sind die Kellner? Sind die Kellner am nettesten? I got it right. In my restaurant, the waiters are the nicest. In meinem Restaurant sind die Kellner am nettesten. Okay. I'm gonna grab a drink of water. Finally out of the motion zone.
In diesem Restaurant ist das Essen am billigsten.
In this restaurant, the food is the cheapest. In diesem Restaurant ist das Essen am billigsten.
Die Kunden in diesem Café sind am nettesten.
The customers in this cafe are the nicest. Die Kunden in diesem Café sind am nettesten. Where are the waiters the fastest? Wo sind die Kellner am schnellsten? Did I do that right? I did.
In welchem Café ist der Kaffee am billigsten?
In which cafe is the coffee the cheapest? In welchem Café ist der Kaffee am billigsten?
In meinem Restaurant sind die Kellner am nettesten.
In my restaurant, the waiters are the nicest. In meinem Restaurant sind die Kellner am nettesten.
In diesem Restaurant ist die Suppe am salzigsten.
In this restaurant, the soup is the saltiest. In diesem Restaurant ist die Suppe am salzigsten.
In meinem Restaurant gibt es nur 2 Mäuse.
In my restaurant, there are only 2 mice. In meinem Restaurant gibt es nur 2 Mäuse.
Wo sind die Kellner am schnellsten?
Where are the waiters the fastest? Wo sind die Kellner am schnellsten?
In welchem Restaurant isst du gern?
In welchem Restaurant isst du gern? Which restaurant do you like to eat?
Die Pommes sind am salzigsten. Wo ist mein Glas Wasser?
The fries are the saltiest. Where is my glass of water? Die Pommes sind am salzigsten. Wo ist mein Glas Wasser? We eat at this restaurant every Wednesday. Wir essen in diesem. Wir essen mittwochs in diesem Restaurant. Wir essen jedes Mittwochs. Jeden Mittwoch? Maybe jeden Mittwoch. Wir essen jeden Mittwoch in diesem Restaurant. Yeah, we eat this restaurant every Wednesday. Wir essen jeden Mittwoch in diesem Restaurant. I like Mittwoch, it's a fun word. Fries are the saltiest. Where's my glass of water? Die Pommes sind am salzigsten. Salzigsten. Wo ist mein Glas Wasser? The fries are the saltiest. Where's my glass of water? Die Pommes sind am salzigsten. Wo ist mein Glas of water? Wasser. In which restaurant do you like to eat? In welchem Restaurant isst du gern? 10 mice live in your restaurant. 10 Mäuse leben in deinem Restaurant. 10 Mäuse leben in deinem Restaurant. Wohnen, not lieben, wohnen. 10 mice, 10 Mäuse wohnen in deinem Restaurant. 10 mice live in your restaurant. In my restaurant, the waiters are nice. In meinem Restaurant. Restaurant's a weird word. In meinem Restaurant sind die Kellner am nettesten. Mice here are waiters and also my friends. Die Mäuse hier sind Kellner und auch meine Freunde. Can't believe I got that one right here. The mice here are waiters and also my friends. Die Mäuse hier sind Kellner und auch meine Freunde. If you experience side effects. In my restaurant, the cats are the nicest. In meinem Restaurant sind die Katze? Wait, I can't spell cats all of a sudden. Katze? Katzen? Sind die Katzen? am nettesten? Katzen. No umlaut. In meinem Restaurant sind die Katzen am nettesten. 10 Mice live in your restaurant. 10 Mäuse wohnen in deinem Restaurant. I have incredible news. My Duolingo owl is waiting for me. It has been delivered. I'm very excited for this. Yes. My physical owl is waiting for me. My own personal owlsus? Oilsus? Is awaiting me to pick it up at my P.O. box. So I should have that tomorrow, hopefully. Oh my gosh, my car is broken. Oh no. I gotta fix my car. Yeah, I need a new 12-volt battery. Let's get started. You'll review 10 mistakes in this lesson.
Mein
how much time
Opa
do I
backt
left? I
gern.
only have 8
Ich
minutes
liebe
left.
sein Brot.
My grandpa likes to bake. I love his bread. Mein Opa backt gern. Ich liebe sein Brot. In which bakery are the baked goods the best? In Welker Bäckerei. I need the umlauts. I mean, I don't have to have it, but I like to have it. In Welker Bäckerei sind die Backwaren am besten. Backwaren is baked goods auf Deutsch. 10 mice live in a restaurant. 10 Mäuse wohnen in deinem Restaurant. 10 mice live in your restaurant. Many customers love the supermarket. Viele Kunden lieben dieser. Let's go with dieser. Diesen? Could be any of those. Diesen, it was diesen. Viele Kunden lieben diesen Supermarkt. Alright, I know for next time. Cakes here are the saltiest, that is a problem. Die Kuchen sind hier am salzigsten. Salzigsten. Das ist ein Problem. Cakes here are the saltiest, that is a problem. My neighbor's apple strudel is the freshest. Meine Nachbarin. Oh nope, this fools me every time. Every time I think it's meine Nachbarin, but it's not. It's der Apfelstrudel von meiner Nachbarin. Oh, I did it again. I almost wrote meiner meine. Der Apfelstrudel von meiner Nachbarin ist am frischsten. Der Apfelstrudel von meiner Nachbarin ist am frischsten. My neighbor's Apfelstrudel is the best. I really want Apfelstrudel because they keep saying Apfelstrudel. In my restaurant, the waiters are the nicest. In meinem Restaurant, die Kellner, no, sind die Kellner am nettesten. Meinem Restaurant sind die Kellner am nettesten. In my restaurant, the waiters are the nicest. In this restaurant, the food is the cheapest. In diesem Restaurant ist das Essen am billigsten. In this restaurant, the food is the cheapest. In diesem Restaurant ist das Essen am billigsten.
Warum kosten die Trauben 30 €?
Why do the grapes cost 30 euros? Warum kosten die Trauben diese 30 Euro? Here the chicken is the smallest. Here sind ist das Kuhn? No, ist das Hähnchen. Hähnchen, not Kuhn. That's cake. Hähnchen am kleinsten. Hier ist das Hähnchen am kleinsten. I missed the umlaut on the A in Hähnchen. Many customers love the supermarket. Viele Kunden lieben diesen Supermarkt. I did it. 5 minutes left. I did it. Good. 22 gems. Whoa. 21st place. It's going to be a tough leaderboard crunch this week, I can tell. What's the rest of the leaderboard like? And this is embarrassing. I stream this every day. He does it for fun. I mean, I'm doing it for fun too, but I'm glad that we're almost certainly going to make the... I mean, I can't imagine besides a meteor hitting us that... I shouldn't joke about that. That news has been so bad these past like 5 years. But I can't imagine that we wouldn't make the last 904 XP to hit 800 total. All right. What are we doing next? Let's see if Memrise got anything for us. Isn't that screensaver so cool? Now it's funny with OLED televisions these days, you almost want something like this. Probably want just a blank black screen, but that's also cool. And OLED monitors too eventually, right? Are they gonna let me do... No, they'll let me do it. Good. Learn with locals in Memrise. I like to do both.
Sei bitte pünktlich.
What the 1Password, could you not pop up and like dox me in the middle of my stream? Holy 1 second. I need to check something. I'll be right back. Holy I mean, I'm still live, but I just cannot believe that 1Password just popped up in the middle of my stream. I didn't even like press the button combination and bring it up. It's just like, here you go, and I'm unlocked. How about you don't do that 1Password? Gosh, I've been so upset with that software lately, and it just like opens up. Yeah, no chill at all. Okay, well, that's gonna be the end of this stream. Thanks for tuning in. I will probably be back in like 2 minutes with a game, but thanks for tuning in. This VOD will be immediately deleted. Bye.